Hey everyone, and welcome to the 5th episode in my Meow Match series. Today, I'm going to be going over how to add the end screen and the starting screen into this game, because nothing really happens if you match all of the cards or if you lose all of your health. And once I lose all my hearts, it kind of just stops everything, and that's not very professional or good looking. And likewise, if I win, nothing happens. As always, there will be a link in the description to get the art for this game. Before we get into the episode, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing, and also leave a comment down below. And sorry if I sound weird, I'm not feeling very well. Alrighty, so I have one new sprite, and it is called Win. Within it, I have a few different costumes. I have a costume called Finished, and it just has a text that says Finished. I have Failed, which is a text that says Failed, and then I have Shine, which is just a big shine. The way I made this one is actually just by taking a box, shaping it with the node tool, going into the color and making it a gradient, setting the left color to nothing and the right color to white. Now I have this nice shine shape, and then I just duplicated them and rotated them all around. So let's start making this. Add a when green flag clicked and a hide. So this will make sure that it's never shown up when we start the game. Pull out a when I receive, and instead of this clear selections, we need to do new message and name this one lose. Now we are going to switch costume to the failed, and now we need a custom block called sprite script. Pull this into here and pull that underneath there like so. Now show and set the size to 250% so it gets pretty big. Point in direction -105, go to 0 0, create clone of myself forever, go to front to make sure it's not behind anything, and now let's make it to where it will smoothly turn to 90 degrees and it will tilt back and forth. This is a bigger algorithm, but we want to turn 15 degrees and add a 90 minus the direction, and now take that divided by 3. Make it wiggle back and forth, we need another algorithm that is 90 plus, and now a sine, which is this abs of block, and now just change us to sine. Now put a times in here and take the timer times 250. Now take all that times 5, and now put that in the right side of the plus. So this right here will make it rotate back and forth. To make this rotate and turn smooth to that, we need to put this in that section right here. Now let's make it always go to 100 size, so change size by 100 minus the current size, and then take that divided by 3. Okay, so let's test this out by starting the game and now broadcast that lose. So if we go ahead and do that, there we go, you can see that it does this cool animation, floats in, smoothly goes to 90, and then wiggles, and then a giant one pops in, which is the clone. But if we go ahead and take out the clone, you can see that there we go, it looks good. Also, sorry about this, but there's a weird bug right now. If there's a running script, it gets blurry for some reason, so sorry about that. Kind of weird, the farther you zoom out, the more blurred it gets. So let's put this create clone back. Now you can kind of see why we put this sprite script in a different block, because now all we need to do is do when I receive new message and name this win. All we need to do is switch costume to finished and then do the sprite script. And now you can see that if we go ahead and broadcast win, there you go, it works the same, it just says finished instead. So that is why we put it in a custom block. So now let's go ahead and fix up our issue where we have this weird giant text in the background. That is just the clone. Boy, when I start as a clone, switch costume to shine, show, set size to 250, clear the graphic effects, and then point in direction -105. The same as the sprite. Forever, set size to 100%, turn 3 degrees, go to front, and then go backwards 1 layer, so it's behind the text. Now let's go ahead and come back to the set size by. I don't want it just to snap to 100%. I want it to kind of do a similar algorithm to this turn script where it wiggles, but it does it with the size. So to do that, we want to go ahead and duplicate this little script. Instead of 90, we want to do 100, which is a size. Then we want to take this times 500, then times 15. Now if we put that in the set size by, start this game and broadcast either win or lose, as you can see, we have this nice bouncy shine in the background that looks really cool, and it's perfectly behind the text. Now let's add another when I receive win, and go ahead and make a new block called effects, and click OK. And now run that effects when we receive win. Also duplicate this and add another when I receive lose, and run run the effects as well. Now you can go ahead and clear the graphic effects, set the brightness effect to 100, repeat 10 times, change the brightness effect by -10, clear the graphic effects again, wait 1.6 seconds so it gives it some delay, and then we're going to broadcast start to start the game. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test this out to make sure this works. So if we broadcast win or lose, you should see that it fades in and then it starts a new game, but it kind of lags out like crazy. So we need to go ahead and make it clear out the clones and stuff when it starts the game. So when I receive start, clear the graphic effects again, repeat 10 times, change the ghost effect by 10 so it fades out, and change the size by 10 as well. Hide and also delete this clone. And right now you can see that everything works properly except for once it fades out and restarts, for some reason it kind of lags out and freezes Scratch. So the issue is we don't clear the clones when we start the game. So in the cards at a when I receive start, we are going to go ahead and delete this clone so it clears out all of the old cards. Broadcast lose, and let's make sure this works. Okay, it fades out, and then there we go, it makes a brand new set of cards. And let's make sure the win works as well. So change this to broadcast win, it will say finished, and then it restarts the game. And hopefully let's make sure that it also resets the score. So now that we have this all working in here, we need to go ahead and make it actually win once we cleared out all the cards, and lose when we lose all of our health. So in the cards, right underneath here, we need to add a wait until total matches is greater than total area -1. So once the matches are 24 for our board size, then we're going to broadcast win. And now in the hearts, as you can see right now, we just have it stopping all when the health is 0. Instead of that, we want to broadcast lose. To make our lives easier, go into the cards and pull out everything under this wait 3 seconds and just plop it right there. That'll make the cards always show. That'll just make our testing a bit easier. So if we go ahead and lose all of our health, as you can see, wow, that worked wonderfully. And the reason that didn't work is if the health is equal to 0, it will broadcast a lose, and then it sets the health to 0 again, and then it just gets into a loop. So instead of setting it to 0, we want to set it to 8. As you can see, here we go, it says it failed, and then it restarts the game. But if we go ahead and win, match that, and we get it, it says finish, and then it restarts the game and resets the score. And you should see that we can still play the game once we win and everything works. You can see that the particles are all spawning and we can still get matches. Make sure to put back the hide script right here, that way after 3 seconds, it will of course hide the clones. And let's also make it point in direction 90 on the very beginning. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode on how to add the end conditioning into your game. If you did, then make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing. But anyway, this has been Owen, and I am out.